Welcome, you are here with Tri-Pedal Reviews. I always encourage you to form your own opinion of the pedals that we review. I am just being honest on what my opinion is, what the pedal does great, and what the weaknesses are, if it has any. I present you first with the sounds, then with my opinion, and also for those that like reading a written blog post. A link to the post will be in the description. I encourage you to put in the research, watch as many videos as possible, whether mine or somebody else's, so you can make an informed decision. Today, we are looking at the Mr. Black Deluxe Plus versus the Strymon Flint. A bit of background on these pedals. As you probably guessed from the video, both offer tremolo and spring reverb in one pedal. Specifically, both offer tube biased tremolo. We are only comparing what both of them have in common and leaving out the extra features of the Strymon Flint. First, I would like to say you really can't go wrong with either of these pedals. The spring reverb on both of them isn't going to give you any drip, but as far as a traditional amp spring reverb goes, both of them do an excellent job. The switches on the Flint are top notch. They are very easy to press with no clicking. The only thing that disappointed me on the Mr. Black was the fact that the switch was very hard to engage. It definitely had an audible click, and out of the many pedals that I own is the hardest one to engage. Just know you will be exerting some force when you turn this one off, on, a quick tap with your foot with no weight behind it isn't going to work. The spring reverb in the Mr. Black I found to be a bit more metallic and pronounced in the way the reverb decays. Normally this might bother me, but I actually find it pleasing here, not overdone. This seemed to add a bit of character to the spring I felt the Flint didn't have. The Mr. Black felt more springy to me when doing muted staccato-like riffs. The other difference I noticed between the two was the tremolo on the Mr. Black was just a slight bit choppier. It added some attitude that seemed to be missing from the Flint. But to contrast that, the Flint I felt had a smoother tremolo. So if that's what you're looking for, I'd go with the Flint. The Flint's other tremolo modes also offer even smoother tremolo. Obviously on the Mr. Black you don't have any controls for the reverb aside from the mix. In my opinion, they just dialed in a killer spring sound, and I really don't feel the need to change it. It's kind of nice to just have an amount knob to worry about, although it would have been nice to be able to dial back the decay just a bit. The Flint gives you control over the mix, color, and decay of the reverb. Obviously a lot better control. On the surface, it would seem that both give you the same controls over the tremolo, but this isn't the case. All Strymon pedals of this form factor have secondary controls if you hold down the 2 foot switches. So things the Flint lets you do that the Mr. Black cannot. You can turn on and off the tremolo separately. On the Mr. Black you can either use all spring or tremolo or a mix of both, but you can't independently turn them on and off. You have to dial back the knobs. The Flint lets you boost or cut the tremolo, set tap divisions, tap tempo, and effect order trem into verb or verb into trem. The Flint also lets you control the reverb boost or cut. The Flint can run in either stereo or mono depending on how you set a jumper inside the pedal. For character of sound, I have to go with the Mr. Black. For controllability and more options, hands down I would go with the Flint. You get 3 types of tremolo and 3 types of reverb. We didn't demonstrate 2 of those tremolo or reverb types in this demo. Luckily, I don't have to choose. I think they are both fantastic pedals from fantastic companies. That is my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more pedal reviews in the future. You have a good week. Thanks. Bye.